Hello and welcome, my divas and my rebels. So, they said intros are out, but you know something? I guess it depends on the person because they just keep coming back sometimes. And when something keeps coming back, maybe it's not always a bad thing. So, this first topic is going to be another awareness video, and this one should be important. I'm kind of a little old on the, I'm kind of little far behind on this one as this was 2016, and there are people out there that are like, I know where she's going, do you? It's not a laughing matter, and it's not to be taken lightly by any means. But I had my daughter was watching it on the YouTube, and I had got into listening and watching and seeing that there was a big tragedy that had happened in 2016. And those of you who know where I'm going with this, I apologize for the traffic. Just take it as ASMR. Know that I'm referring to Pulse, the gay nightclub. And there was testimonials of family members and people who seen people as family members because they were so close, and just telling their experiences and how those times had made them feel. And where there may have been 49 victims, I hate that word, but they unfortunately were not survivors, so I have to call it like I sees it. And yes, I'm not lessening that at all. They are victims that were instant, but that one that did survive and that helped those people over the fence and did his due diligence to help others and got in the line of fire in the process to do so should not be counted out, because it was said that he had later died of an aneurysm in his brain. So he will forever and always go down as a hero. One of the heroes in that tragedy. As it totaled up to 50 lives lost. And my greatest condolences goes out to the family and to the people who were closest to these people, or maybe that were with them people that night. And it was a group of you. And I am not lessening this by any means. With me, I'd like to see all sides of the table. I like to see where all sides of the table are coming from. Like I said in that one video, when you're watching and listening to something, what are they talking about? What are they saying? Is it heartfelt? Is it just a rehearsal? This would fall into one of those. And so my thing is analyzing all sides of the table. And unfortunately, it may go into a political aspect. And everybody knows how I feel about that. But politics There's a lot of things in this world that are very important that have to consist of. So, the Islamic soldier, the second person who called in and said that he did the shooting. You had the first guy that called in and said it, and then you got the second guy that called in and said it, except for when the second guy called in, this is what he said. Islamic soldier stated the U.S. is killing innocent women and children, with terror in his voice and emotion. You can definitely hear the emotion in this man's voice. Killing innocent women and children, and no actions are being taken. And to tell the U.S. to stop the strikes. A man pleading his truth of what he'd seen or had experienced. Now, a perfect prime example would be, I don't judge cultures. I don't judge one's, well, I mean, I do judge one's way of life. It has to do illegal activities, but then again, that's a catch-22, because a lot of people that are doing illegal activities, and I'm not talking about what I was talking about before, I'm talking about real people, and no, it doesn't make it okay, but people are kind of turning to that, like, survival of the fittest. I gotta do what I gotta do to survive and make it by each day. I mean, I get the concept, but, at the end of the day, you can't really comment on it because you don't know their situation, you don't know the road that they're leading, or what's going on in their personal life. So you gotta kind of just, be, I don't know, a positive outlet, for people. And maybe you can deter somebody of doing something cray-cray, but sometimes with people, sometimes it goes really deep. It's been around here. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. But, because we've all heard about a lot of things going on in our world, and I don't want to say that he's not telling the truth, because I heard emotion in his voice. There was terror in his voice. There was fear in his voice. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. That was so rando. But I feel for the man. And I know I may get hate for that. But like I said in the beginning, I'm not lessening this. Unfortunately, the people should have not had to pay for something that he felt strong about. And like my husband says, here's a tidbit of how he thinks. He says that they should have went after the government people that they had the issue with, not the civilians. And I mean, yeah, but it was also said, quote me if I'm wrong, that somebody had said something within the club about something about bombing Israel, or and I guess I heard I guess that could have started it. And and that's why I like to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, how you put it out there, how you address a situation. I mean, it really does freaking matter these days, for sure. And it's really, really terrible. Now, I took a moment of silence for Danielle, and I would like to take a moment in silence for all 50 of the souls that had lost their lives at the Pulse Gay nightclub. And before we do that, I would like to add that, not saying that it is related or that I am talking about that in the same sense, but if you have a problem with gays or bisexuals or homos, like y'all like to call them, which is, that kind of sounds like disrespect. Just even saying that word sounds like disrespect. But, don't go to the clubs, gay clubs, the lesbian clubs. Don't associate with them. Don't revolve yourself around them. Don't communicate with them. Just keep your distance. You stay in your lane and they'll stay in theirs. But when you sit there and want to play God and you want to sit there and preach the Bible, I'm pretty sure most of them, if all of them, and if they are people of color, you bet your ass they came up and their mama told them all about the Bible and stuff like that. But that doesn't say, like, people... I researched it, and that's going to be another video. I'm not going to cut into that, and I think I'll make that the next video. But you can't judge something without researching it, looking into it, and really going deep and seeing where the core starts. Which is kind of what I did. But I would like to take a moment of silence for all 50 of the Pulse nightclub shooting victims. May God rest their souls. And I've heard some beautiful stories and testimonies about how some of these people were. And it's tragic how to get a word across or to get something across or announced, that lives have to be lost in the process of doing so. As we're supposed to be growing, and we're supposed to be growing each day. But how can we grow when we have, I'm not even going to say Islamic soldiers, I'm just going to say when we have soldiers that are coming forward and not thinking to try and raise awareness on it, that they just do something out of stupidity. I'm not saying his story or his reasoning was stupid, but just the act. And I get the concept. But if you're a soldier and you want to get your word out there and you want to be heard anonymously or non-anonymously, go to your news outlets. Go to your newspapers. Go to your magazine companies. I mean, yeah, go to social medias and maybe put up a post. You know, could be audio. Doesn't have to be where you can be visually seen. There are things that you can do to announce your truths without more innocent lives being lost and without more bloodshed and families and loved ones getting hurt. I know and I can feel the remorse, because I don't care what nationality you are or what culture you are. If women and children are being slain anywhere in our country, what are we doing? Why aren't we not? We know the government's crooked, but we got the good people. Where are the good people at? We're the people who want to seek justice for the people. Those are the people that we need. Until next time, keep your mind sharp and stay aware, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Do any of us? Thank you for tuning in.